Okay, is there still no audio? Can you hear me now? Can I do I sound okay? Perfect. 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 Okay. Perfect. Thank you. All right. I was gonna wear a much a little bit better suit, but I wanted to try to be as casual as possible. And this is I consider this casual for me. And if you hear anything in the background like a wind type noise, it's a fan. Florida weather is hot. So but thank you everyone for coming. Um I'll start at hold on a moment. I'll start at 8:15 or 8:16. All depends on how the timing is. Okay. Took slow mode off so you all can type as fast as you want. Um Apologize about that. Okay. So thank you everyone for the two people that is in the chat for coming to our 200 subscriber live stream. The last live stream we've had was um I wish I wish I did striker. I wish I had as many suits that do lawsuits. I could basically run an entire business around selling suits, and if I had as many as they do lawsuits. But no. But yes, the last time we've had one of these types of live streams was in February of 2022 actually. It took us from 2018 about 5 years, 4 to 5 years really for us to get 100 subscribers, and it took uh essentially a little bit over two, actually under two really, to get 200 subscribers. So if that is anything showcasing for the numbers that based off of what we're doing and everyone's support, um we're getting them at a faster rate. So I would like to thank everyone again for coming and supporting us. It has been a very steep struggle, I would say. Working as hard as we do on all aspects of the dogs board, people leaving, uh going about their own lives, as you all know, how we do things and what we do and how we showcase what we do is not like 99% of people. Certain things I when it comes to the things like the things I report on concerning nerd news, there are certain things I won't report on. We don't talk about drama, we don't talk about hatred. We don't usually talk about trending topics and very popular topics in terms of the content we make, be it the articles I write, or that me and Derek the hip hop historian writes, the videos we make, the people who interview. We are very peculiar on that. We're over our art form and basically what we would prefer to do over what is monetarily um, good. That has slowed down our projection in terms of how far I see us getting at certain points. But that's the bullet that you have to bite. People talk about others selling out, but the problem is that people sell out because they don't have a good grasp on what they really want or what really needs to happen. Like I've said, if I did things a more mainstream way, we would have had 100,000 subscribers by now. Um, especially with how my mind is when it comes to organizing different aspects of content we make, how things are timed, the things we talked about. If I decided to do things a more mainstream way, then we wouldn't have, let's say, a fraction of the issues about growth and monetary success as we have. But I don't want to sell myself out, especially like that. But I'm glad to have people like you, Mr. Striker, you, Mr. Apato, to be here, watch, support, and do everything of that nature. But how's everyone's night going? Good, good. It is, well, for Florida, it's cool here in terms of the temperature. No, that's all. No, it's always good to get some work done. So, um, all depends because there's a little bit less people in here than I expected tonight, strangely, but or at least more than the last thing we had a few years ago. But let me ask, does anyone have any questions? Oh, I thought I missed something. Okay. Any questions or okay? Well, while we all were talking, um, I was going to on call Weathers. He was actually it's funny you asked that, Striker. He was actually we actually, or hip hop historian did a article on one of his characters that he played, Apollo Creed. So yeah, in the future I may most likely do one on Mr. Weathers. He was an amazing man. Um an amazing man. You know, he, as you know, was actually an actual professional athlete before he started acting. One of the college I used to go to, security guards who worked there told me he actually used to play with him. I don't know what is the professional football league he played in, if it was the CFL, NFL, or any other professional football league at the time. But back in, I think, out of the 60s or the 70s, Mr. Weathers used to play professional football before he started acting. Yeah, professional football. Yeah. Um. Well, now that everyone, not everyone is here, but I was actually going to wait during this live stream to showcase this, but I actually have a new um article for those article that was written, or interview that was done by me by a sister magazine of the two magazines who did the last interview about me, in the Dogs Board specifically. And that is actually out. You will be seeing a in our chat actually in just a few minutes. Hold on a moment. But I hope that answers your question, Striker. Um, any more questions that anyone has? Any more questions? I'll wait just 2 minutes to see if anyone has it. Okay. I assume that's the last of them. So, and again, all depends what the aftermath of this live stream is. I may do another one to try to see if more people will come, or people may just watch it and comment on it. But I'll leave it up for at least a few hours or so after it finishes. But again, I thank you all for coming who did. But you know, 8:30 is coming around in just 3 minutes, and I just want to see if more people are going to come in. It may take a little while for people to, I would say, walk themselves through the door. But yes, okay, there it goes on Twitter. And let me see if I can post a picture of it or comment it in the general chat. Okay. Here's the link to the article. It is in the YouTube chat. So, at just 8:30. So, just for a slight story, concerning the interview, for those interested, well, it was again for a sister magazine for the same two magazines who interviewed me before, and this time, um, it was a different series and set of questions, and I jumped at the chance to do it, not because I was being interviewed, but to get the Dogs Board name out and to explain those who may not want to listen to one of the or watch really one of the live streams or our past podcasts we did. To explain our creative process, why we do what we do, and how we do what we do. Things can be very difficult um, in the space that we're in. Us choosing not to do certain things has really put a marker in a way on, like I said earlier on a marker in a way on what we do and how fast we can grow. But as hard as possible. All right. And again, I apologize if this live stream is boring. I was basing it off of and what I was going to talk about and do off of a little bit more people, at least 2 to 3 more people being in. But yes, I just assumed some of the people that they were going to come were busy or something came up. Hmm. Um, yeah, because I was going to talk about a few things, but it wouldn't really work that well in terms of the context without more people being in. But what uh, has everyone thought about the Black History Month project so far this year? Have you been enjoying it? As you can see, part of the reason why we've gotten the 200 subscribers when we did was the last 2 shorts, at least on the YouTube and on the TikTok as well, have done amazing. We've had also one of them broke recent records on our Facebook page as well. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy. You know, it was on Miss Tina Turner. You know, doing those types of videos as shorts is pretty challenging because you know me, I like to take my time and I like to try to perfect it my way. And the shorts, you know, makes a challenge to do that. But you know, I hope it turned out well for everyone who got a chance to see them and listen to them. And you know, more shorts are going to be out tonight. I mean, not tonight, but and the day after tomorrow. So Friday and Saturday, you another short for each. But biographies. One on Wilt Chamberlain, the hip hop historian, Mr. Derek did this week and last week. The one we did on, or I wrote, but we did on Mr. Wendell Scott, the first black NASCAR driver. Well, I very much enjoyed the one I wrote on Mr. Wendell Scott. It was very informative. I knew who he was, but I didn't really know exactly his feats, and he has a lot of feats, and you know, and that's why for those who don't know, um, part of the reason why I do the format of the biographies and the way I do them is partially because many of the people who I write about they have such large lives that it'll just be me quoting a wiki or Wikipedia page or another person's biography article word from word. And that's not what we do. I try to highlight things in a way that will interest people enough to do research on the person on their own to a certain degree. And that goes for both the real and the fictional ones that I do. And I don't think I've gotten anyone to as if they did, my memory escapes me, but I don't think I've had anyone personally tell me that I've gotten them interested in someone who didn't know about. But if that day ever happens, that would be good because that helps accentuate or insinuates really what we do or accentuates. Huh, that's a very strange word, but yes, what we do. Uh, but does anyone have any other questions? Uh, Striker or Apato, don't have any questions? Okay. Well, well, um, I may just end things a little bit earlier. You know, it won't be as long as the last live stream, but again, I may. All depends. I may leave this up a little bit longer, or I may leave it up indefinitely. All depends on what everyone wants or how many views and likes and things we get after that. But depending on that, I may do another one of these as a follow up if more people are going to be interested. But I thank you all for coming. And again, um, I thank Mr. Derek Brown, the hip hop historian, for everything that he's done, sticking by what we do, hard work above all else, helped the infrastructure of what we do um, to blossom and grow the way it has. Um, his work, and for those who know, he's his hip hop articles, his government and hip hop and politics articles he used to write, which were all amazing. He stopped them because of a lack of interest from people, and he started a new set concerning of writing concerning the music, or not music, the film industry. And I hope for those who have read them or haven't read them yet, I hope you very much enjoy them because they're very good. And as always, everyone, please be on the lookout. This is Black History Month. We have a lot more things for you all to see, a lot more content for you all to consume and learn from. We a lot of times learn a lot more than most of you do from you reading and watching and listening to the things that we make. And please be on the lookout because this year, especially after this winter/spring season is over, things going to be put into overdrive. Above all else, I thank God for everything. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. And thank everyone, for those who may watch this if it's going to still be up. Thank you for watching. I hope for those who have any questions when this is over, please put it in the comments or, message us on platforms. The Discord server, if you want the link to it, it will be in the comments or the description. But as always, thank you, everyone. Doc signing out. God bless you all.